Hi, Teresa Payton here. I wanted to talk to you about GANs. And just to read you a little excerpt from my book, Manipulated. One of the things I want you to be aware of is as we come through the COVID-19 pandemic, we go into post pandemic planning and execution. The manipulation campaigns are not going to stop. And as a matter of fact, you're going to see the manipulation campaigns as it relates to important issues to society only escalate as different elections around the globe, including 2020 presidential elections here in America, those are only going to pick up as well. One of the things that's interesting is in my talks with both adults and young adults and teens, is that oftentimes one of the things that people use when they see something posted on social media, because we're all super busy multitasking and we're trying to keep up with what's going on in the world and in the news, is that oftentimes you'll see a social media account that has a picture or of a real person and maybe a lot of followers. And so a lot of times that gives an air of legitimacy. In addition to that, they may also be posting videos and pictures of things that seem to be true. So I want to talk to you a little bit about GANs and then have you kind of think about what I have to say here and then sort of give you that opportunity perhaps to actually spot things like this on your own. GANs. Generative adversarial networks. And this is from chapter 9, by the way. How will we differentiate truth as we know it when we can no longer trust what we see? Technology companies keep producing technical options that far outpace our abilities to create laws and put consumer protections in place. Look at the images at this Wired website. So that's Wired Magazine. And you want to go to bit.ly/2KTE3WX. It's part of their article, Is This Photo Real? AI Gets Better at Faking Images. Can you detect what all of the images have in common? I'll give you a minute. They're all computer generated. None of what you see is real. These people don't exist. These cars never rolled off an assembly line. They actually were able to create cars just from a database of vehicles and create cars that were never actually created, manufactured, not even a design. And AI was able to do that. These kittens are no one's pets. That was actually kind of creepy to me. They actually generated cats and kittens that were never actually born. They just made them up from a database of photographs of kittens. Each image was generated by artificial intelligence, relying on millions of stock images to create something from nothing. This process is known as generative adversarial networks. GANs, as they are called, are trained to manufacture a category of images, such as renderings of people, vehicles, buildings, and other animate and inanimate objects. At Alphabet Inc., Google's parent company, an AI lab called DeepMind leverages a database of 14 million images to generate original content. The difficulty in detecting these fake personas is a real problem. On April 22nd, 2018, our clients, colleagues, and brand new employees of Fortalice Solutions were contacted by a Fortalice Solutions analyst named Emily Thaw. Her professional background was that of a young woman making her way in the field. Her photo was pleasant and professional, only Emily was a fake. I individually messaged each person she connected to that was connected to us. I contacted LinkedIn about the forgery, and then I made a public announcement that she was not an employee and a fake. A reverse lookup of her face led us to believe that Emily Thaw was a fake persona with content managed by bots. On closer analysis, her face seemed altered. The account vanished quickly. So I bring this up for you, and I have so much more in here because this can happen almost any place. So somebody took a picture, generated, basically looked like it was generated by a GAN. They created a fake persona, They connected to Fortalice and then started reaching out to people connected to me and my employees. If we hadn't spotted it very quickly, who knows what could have happened next. I go further in the book to give you pointers on how to detect something has been generated by a GAN. I'm going to give you a couple of pointers. See these dangling earrings? GANs have a really hard time actually replicating these. So look at earrings as it relates to people who may be wearing that type of jewelry. Also, the human ear. GANs have a very hard time replicating a realistic looking human ear. Another thing, if it's a video versus just a photograph, GANs have a very hard time replicating the lips, the teeth, and the tongue all moving. Very, very fascinating. And then lastly, if the individual has long hair, GANs have a very hard time replicating long hair. So that's how you could tell the difference between me, for real, and if somebody tried to generate a similar image using pictures of me to create a new fake persona. So look for those different telltale signs, and now you're a pro at spotting a GAN.